Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to today's gameplay stream. I am Darkside Phil. Today is Friday, February 10th, 2017. So we are officially about 1/3 into the month at this point. And it's been a fun month so far, right? We've had a lot of good stuff going on. We've had the kind of wrapping up of the Resident Evil 7 deal where I played a little bit with PSVR. We had a Yakuza 0 playthrough that has started up. It will be kind of an ongoing playthrough. I tried out the Injustice 2 beta for a few sessions, which was pretty fun. This week pretty much has been absorbed in the new game, Nioh. The Dark Souls-esque, difficulty game. Although, in my opinion, I still think it's a little bit easier than Dark Souls, at least for the 11 or so hours that I have been playing the game up to this far. Okay. In addition, we've got a lot of other stuff going on. I unboxed a loot crate for the first time in almost 2 months yesterday. It was the new Marvel Gear and Goods loot crate. It was actually a really good one in my opinion. I'm liking these Marvel Gear and Goods loot crates. There's a lot of good stuff in them. You can check that out over on the King of Hate vlogs. On KO Gaming, there's been a ton of stuff going on. I have a video there about playing Resident Evil 7 on the PSVR and whether or not I felt it was necessary. I got a video there about my first impressions both on the Injustice 2 beta and on Nioh. And the new initiative that started this week, the KO Gaming community submissions, by which viewers and fans can submit their own montages of my ongoing and or previous playthroughs. So far, we got 2 videos up there. One being a kind of best moments of my Dark Souls Redemption run, and then the other one being a mini montage of my Resident Evil 7 playthrough. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that coming up, but I just wanted to kind of do like a little recap here of everything I've been up to for the first 10 days of the month. It's been a pretty crazy, busy month so far, and being that later on, next week we've got For Honor, the possibility of Sniper Elite 4, although quite honestly, it's looking like it may be the game I skipped this month because I got so much else going on. We got Horizon Zero Dawn coming up later this month. I'll be reviewing all these new games and stuff that I'm playing. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline, alright? So, hopefully you've been enjoying everything that I've been doing this month. By the way, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos, who's also been watching the live streams. In particular, this week, the live streams have been doing really well. The viewership's been good. People cheering with bits, people subbing to the channel. It's been very high participation, okay? And, I've enjoyed it a lot. So, if you've watched the streams this week, if you cheered with bits this week, if you subbed to my channel this week, thank you. It's been a very good week for me on Twitch. Let's put it that way. One of the best weeks I've had on Twitch since I returned to Twitch back in November. Alright, so thanks for that. Now, what can you expect today and the next few days? Because I got a lot in the pipeline here for you. Okay? Today is a more laid-back day because yesterday was an overload. Yesterday, I played Nioh on stream, then I had an unboxing of that loot crate, then I played Yakuza 0, then I uploaded the new montage. So yesterday was like content overload. I would be very surprised if anyone yesterday watched everything that I uploaded to YouTube because it was so much, okay? But that's fine because I realize that on the weekend is the opportunity that a lot of people take to kind of catch up on a lot of my stuff. I'm sure there's people who haven't even watched me play Nioh yet who are going to get caught up this weekend. There's people who haven't seen my 2 sessions of Yakuza from this week. They're going to get caught up on that. People haven't seen any of the new stuff on KO Gaming. You know what I mean? This is the opportunity when they finally get some downtime on the weekend to try to get caught up on everything. So that's cool. So today is a much more laid-back day. The only thing I'm doing today is playing Nioh on this stream, okay? Why? Well, because number one, I don't want to go crazy again and have another day where every channel I'm uploading multiple videos. That would be content overload in my opinion. So give it a day's a little bit of a rest, okay? And number two, because today I got to go out and do some errands. Gonna run out. In fact, this coming week is the return of my sauce. Yes, the return of my homemade sauce. We've run out, and we have to make a new pot of it. We make the giant pot of this homemade sauce, which lasts us about 2 months or so usually when we do it. And because of that, we need to go out and buy all the special ingredients, which they're not all available all at one place. We have to kind of go to a few different places in the local area here to grab all the different ingredients we use for it. So that's going to be the second half of my day today, going out grocery shopping. Not even kidding you, 3 different stores. We buy the special Italian-style tomatoes at one store. We buy the meat and the stuff at another store, and then we buy like the odds and ends and veggies at another store. So we end up buying this stuff at so many different places. It's a kind of a trip to go all around to get it ready, okay? So that's the rest of my day today. So today you'll see Nioh and Nioh alone. So take this opportunity to get caught up on everything else I've done this week. If you haven't had a chance, now is your chance to kind of, you know, get up to speed on everything, all right? Tomorrow, there will be more Nioh, all right? More Nioh on stream tomorrow. So if you're liking these Nioh streams and you're liking the game, you're in luck. It's going to continue. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing more Yakuza 0 offline. So it will not be live streamed, but I'll be doing about another 2 hours of Yakuza 0. It was kind of funny because last night as I was playing Yakuza 0, I was like, all right, you know, it's like 9:15 p.m. my time. Time to wrap it up. Been playing for about 2 hours. Time to end the night. And then the game hit me with a 30-minute cutscene. I'm not even exaggerating. The cutscene was about 30 minutes long, and I was stuck playing it for an extended period of time that I didn't really want to play. But it is what it is. That's how Yakuza 0 is, right? So tomorrow, more Yakuza for you, for those who've been liking the ongoing playthrough, all right? And if everything goes according to plan, which I'm hoping it will, tomorrow night I'm going to release the next KO Gaming Community Submissions Montage. This one we're returning back to Dark Souls, and this montage is going to be more focused on my reactions to the deaths. So, for example, the first montage I did of Dark Souls was kind of a mix. It showed every death, but it kind of jumped between them quickly, and then it was some other moments and things in there as well. This is basically going to focus on my deaths and how I reacted to them. And this montage in particular is pretty good. It's got some funny things kind of emphasized. I like the way that it was edited. There's some funny stuff in there during particularly funny repeated deaths. And I really like this montage, and the reason I saved it all week is because I didn't want to release a Dark Souls montage earlier this week and then immediately have another one. I figured save it for variety's sake, okay? So another new KO Gaming montage should be released hopefully tomorrow night. If the worst case scenario, it'll be out Sunday night. But probably tomorrow night if everything goes according to plan and I have the time to edit it and everything, okay? Alright, and then Sunday, yes, more Nioh on stream. Sunday night will be the weekend preview, and Sunday night I actually have to do a lot of patron-related stuff, and also some personal stuff. I think Sunday night I'm going to pay all the bills for the month and everything, you know. The stuff that I talk about behind the scenes, or I do behind the scenes, I don't talk about that much. So Sunday night, probably not too much going on. But then Monday, maybe the final kind of mainstream of Nioh in this crazy week marathon of Nioh that I'm going to be doing. At that point, I mean, shit. After today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, that's going to be another, you know, 12 plus hours of Nioh. And I wonder how long I'll actually, or how deep I'll be into Nioh at that point. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, and then maybe Monday, I actually have another montage for KO Gaming, which is being, well, it's actually done. I take that back. It's done. And this is actually going to be the very first officially sponsored, meaning I watched it and I approve of it. This is how you don't play video, and I'm actually uploading it to KO Gaming. Yes, it's true. It's a full-on, very kind of, it has negative stuff in it about me. It pokes fun at me. It makes fun of me in a way that usually this is how you don't play videos do. But I actually watched this particular one, and I actually like it. I think it's funny, and, you know, if I can laugh at it, the way I look at it is this. It's like a roast. You know how comedians, they have these roasts of comedians, and they say really nasty stuff about them and everything. But if you laugh along with it, right, and you understand it as criticism, but it's also comedy, then you can get it. And I think that that's kind of the problem with a lot of the videos that people make about me, is that they don't understand that there is a balance between the comedy aspect and actually kind of emphasizing things that are true versus completely just saying dumb shit that's just so ridiculously over the top for the sake of getting a reaction, okay? But anyway, yeah, that's going to be pretty good. I think you're going to like this video coming up, all right? So that's kind of what you can expect for the next several days. Now, keep in mind, as I mentioned, For Honor actually releases this coming Tuesday. I will be covering that on launch day. And then what the week is probably going to be is a balance between going back and forth between For Honor and Nioh. And I have a long time. I actually have that entire week and another entire week to focus on For Honor, Nioh, and Yakuza 0 before Horizon Zero Dawn releases at the very end of the month. Okay? So, yeah. Let's see how everything goes, all right? Let's see. Let's play it by ear. The good news is there's not a ton of releases this month anyway. So even if I get caught up in all this stuff and I'm struggling to get through any of the games, it's fine. I have a lot of time that I can take. I basically have, you know, between now and the 28th of the month to try to wrap everything up before we get into Horizon. So let's see how it goes. We'll play it by ear, all right? All right, fair enough. The one good thing I want to talk about, because I think it's hilarious, is that last night, you know, I released this new montage for KO Gaming. This montage was of Resident Evil 7, okay, by an individual named Alex, and it is a very short montage, all right? The montage is only about 6 minutes long. It actually is a little longer than that because I added an intro and an outro. Now, what it is, it took some moments from my playthrough of Resident Evil 7 and added in some funny stuff, such as memes, jokes, sound effects, clips, and things, okay? And the montage is really good. It's funny. It's quick moving, and I really like it. Now, there are some things about the montage that obviously could have been improved. Number one, the visual quality isn't so good. It's a little bit blurry. And the fact is that this person who edited the video didn't necessarily have the best, I guess, either quality of video or video editor or whatever. Something happened because when they uploaded it to YouTube, it didn't look like high quality like my original playthrough of Resident Evil 7 did. But it's a montage. This is not a purist playthrough of Resident Evil 7. It's meant to be a funny video. It doesn't have to be the highest visual quality, okay? It is on the short side, but I think it was meant to be so. It's supposed to be short and quick and interesting and fun, right? Right, so there you go. So I uploaded this video last night to, you know, the King of Hate vlogs. Excuse me, I said the King of Hate vlogs. I said that right. I meant to say I uploaded it to KO Gaming. Screwed that up. Sorry about that. All right. So what happens? Well, first of all, immediately you see this backlash from you know who, and what I mean by that, it's the group of people who've been making these negative videos about me for years. And I'm going to be honest here. There's a difference between criticism, valid criticism, right? Like, I didn't think that any of the jokes in the video were funny. Okay, fair enough. That's actually a completely valid criticism. I 100% agree with anyone who may say that because everyone has different personal tastes, right? So there may have been comedy used in something like this you don't like. Okay. Well, perfect. If that is your case in point, that's fine. You can say something like that. Makes sense, right? But then there's completely stupid shit that people say. It's too short. The video is called The Mini Montage of Resident Evil 7. Mini is in the title. And your main criticism is that it's too short. So you're a moron. If you go to the store and you go to a section where they're selling small pieces of cake and you buy a small piece of cake, go home and eat it, and your major complaint is that piece of cake was too small, you are a moron. It's the bottom line. So that's what I mean. That's the difference between a valid criticism and an invalid criticism. Because in one case, if it's your own personal tastes is the reason that you don't like something, like you have one style of comedy that you find is funny and one you don't, okay. But what you need to understand is that not everyone likes the same thing. There's tons of people who like that style of comedy. In fact, have you ever seen the television show Family Guy? Because Family Guy is a television show where literally everything in the show has nothing to do with the subject matter of the show. They'll be having a plot line and all of a sudden they'll have these jokes that go out of nowhere. They have nothing to do with what's going on. It just plays out of nowhere. But people love the show, right? That's kind of the deal with, you know, what I think at least. When I watched that montage last night, I saw a lot of parallels to, say, Family Guy. And that's why I thought it was a great montage. Now, you may not like Family Guy, and that's okay, right? So, that's the deal here, all right? So, if you were looking for a long video and you watched a 6-minute long video. I mean, when you pressed play, you saw the video was 7 minutes long, and your criticism is, this video is too short when you knew the video was 7 minutes long and was called a mini montage. You are a moron. That is your own stupidity, okay? Sorry, it's just true. Look in the mirror, you're stupid. There's really no other way to say it, all right? Now, some people say, oh, the visual quality sucks. Okay, fair enough. You know, it is what it is. It's meant to be a comedy montage. Like I said, it's not meant to be the highest level of quality when it comes to a video or anything. If you want to see the full quality visuals of Resident Evil 7, go watch the raw playthrough that I made, right? But yeah, that's what I mean. So you go to watch the video, and you got a bunch of people saying, wow, this video is great, it's funny, it's pertinent, I like it. And you got some people saying, I don't really like the comedy, you know, all right. And then you've got literally, like, ridiculous amounts of comments from these immature, dumb fuck kids. And, of course, they thumbs down the video, too, like 200 thumbs down. Immediate thumbs down. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's a comedy video. That's not a nasty, negative video about me. It's not a, this is how you don't play negative video about me. So, immediately, it's not good enough, and it has to get a thumbs down, right? The bottom line is, I don't give a fuck. You could thumbs down every fucking video I ever upload. I don't care. You could put a million idiotic comments on it. It doesn't matter. The video is good. I liked it. In general, viewers who are there to have a good time and watch the video and not fucking nitpick it to shit because they have better things to do, liked the video. So, there you have it. That's the bottom line. Too many of these people, they're trying too hard. It's one thing to have a criticism. It's another thing to show that you're a try-hard negative dick who literally everything I'm going to upload you're going to pick apart because you have some agenda. Nobody cares about you and your stupid agenda. Nobody. So go ahead and pick it apart and dumb it down. Nothing's going to stop anything. You know, I've got 2 more montages in the pipeline coming up. I've got another montage that's currently being worked on. I'm actually waiting on an update on when that one's going to be ready. And I'm sure as we move forward, right? As we move forward, we're going to be seeing a lot more of this kind of stuff. I mean, just the Nioh in particular, I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to want to do montages and stuff like that. And a lot of the playthroughs and things this year. And hopefully what I would think is if let's say there's a long-time viewers who have their own favorite classic playthroughs of mine from the past, right? Maybe they'll want to work on something like that. How cool would that be if, like, someone says, wow, my favorite playthrough Phil's ever done is Heavy Rain. I'd like to do a montage of that. Or, oh, man, you know, Mass Effect Andromeda's coming up. Maybe I'll do a montage of one of Phil's old Mass Effect playthroughs and stuff like that. This is the cool stuff. This is the actual cool stuff that I like about this KO Gaming Community Submissions program. And I'm seeing a lot of positivity coming out of it. I am. As much of the silly nonsense we're seeing right now from the people who've been making nasty videos about me for years, and they're so upset that I would feature someone else's video on my channel and someone else would get attention from me putting their video on my channel. Oh, you got your fucking panties up in a bunch, don't you? Well, too bad. This is reality. It is what it is. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this program. In general, so far, it's very successful. And it's going to keep going. So again, I will remind anyone, if you are interested in possibly doing one of these montages to get featured on KO Gaming, please email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com. Let me know what your idea is. Run it by me so that we can talk back and forth a little bit about it and solidify what it should be. All right? Or you could also PM me on my forum. Some people have done that. Send me a private message on the kingofhate.com forums. Either way, I would say please just, let me know first what you have in mind. Don't go out of your way to work your ass off to make a montage and then to find out, oh, I already got 2 other people making montages for that game, so that would kind of suck, you know what I mean? Run your idea by me first. We'll talk a little bit about it and go from there. Like I said, I've already got 3 in progress. 2 are done, and 1 is being worked on. So at least I've got a bunch of montages coming up. And I'm excited first to see what else people are going to work on, okay? All right, fair enough. Very good. All right, so folks, the only final thing I will say, I've already said that early in this pre-stream, is thank you for a great week of streaming. This whole week that I've been streaming Nioh, things have been going well. Attendance has been good. Lots of cheers with bits and lots of new subs. So thank you for that. It's been a really good week of streaming. I'm hoping we can keep that up. it's fun because it feels like I'm basically playing a new Dark Souls game here on Twitch. And we're all experiencing this stuff for the first time, so it's fun as hell. And I'm liking it, and I want to keep this up, so I hope we can keep this positivity going. Alright? Alright, also, ladies and gents, there are other ways, obviously, that you can help me out. I'm not going to do a giant plug segment today, but the ones in particular that I want to call out, number one, Loot Crate. I just did the unboxing of the Marvel Gear and Goods Loot Crate. Very shortly, I'm going to be actually uploading a new unboxing of the new monthly Loot Crate. That one is going to be, I believe, in the next week. I'm supposed to be getting it. So another Loot Crate unboxing will be happening. If you're liking these unboxings, you're thinking, man, this Loot Crate looks pretty good. You know, maybe I'll jump on and I'll get one for myself. Okay, there is a referral link. It's lootcrate.com/darksidephil. If you use that link and then you get any Loot Crate subscription and you use the discount code SAVEME10DSP, that's SAVEME10DSP, when you're checking out, you'll save 10%. So please consider doing that. You save a little bit of money, and I actually get a little bit of referral credit for that. It helps me out, all right? Patreon.com/darksidephil. This weekend, I am going to be setting up a new goal for the month of February. It's a great one. I think people are really going to like this idea. This is actually a direct idea from me talking with people in the stream chat earlier this week. It's a new one as well. Something different, one I've never done before. So I think people are going to like this idea, but I don't want to announce it until I'm ready. And this weekend, I think I'm going to work on it, make a new title card for it and everything, and start advertising it. So keep your eyes and ears peeled, and that'll be announced shortly, okay? But anyway, please, if you have not yet, please consider pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. It's your pledges that allow me to do this as a job. This awesome thing where I share my gameplay experiences with you on a daily basis, and I put out these edited videos, and I'm able to share all this stuff with you for free every single day. It's all because of the patron support. It's, you know, without Patreon for the past 2 years, I wouldn't have been able to do this. I would have had to go get another job, and this would have all gone away. And I don't want that to happen. You know, 8-year legacy. I love this. I want to keep it going. So if you like what I'm doing and you want to go above and beyond, hey, maybe you want to earn some cool stuff for yourself, like getting text or verbal shout-outs in my videos, or being able to participate in events. Right now, the patrons from January are actually nominating games that are going to be an upcoming Patron's Choice playthrough. And you'll see what the goal is for this month shortly. But in addition to that, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Ask the King show, or maybe even getting a private video made for yourself, all right? All that kind of stuff you can get as patron perks. So please consider pledging if you have not, all right? All right, last but not least, my girlfriend, Leanna, has her own business called The Black Current, where she sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Great quality stuff. I love it. I actually took a shower last night and used Kentish Rain. I love that soap. Smells great. It makes me nice and squeaky clean. Check it out right here. Etsy.com/shop/The Black Current. The link's on your screen right now. Don't take my word for it. Check it out. You're going to see over 100 pieces of customer feedback. Everyone loves the stuff. You know, some people have been skeptical. Gee, I wonder if it's really any good. And they buy it and they're blown away at the quality, okay? So check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. All right, folks. The time has come. The time has come for Nioh. More Nioh. See where it goes today. I don't know. I have to find out. All right, folks. That is it. Thank you for being patient for the pre-stream. And now let us begin with Nioh.